Zebra Family channel. If you have not subscribed, please click the like button, share and subscribe. It's free.
The exercise we were doing, Colonel, is it correct that also you had indicated before this court that the other marks are not clearly visible because of the fact that the barrel was worn out? Can you correct?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Okay. And as a result of that, the marks were not transferred constantly into the test.
That is correct. The barrel is worn out and the slippage also. That also affects the markings.
Okay. Let's just finish up, Colonel. We are in agreement with striation number 1. Is this striation number 1? I agree with you that it lines up, it's visible on both sides. And it's of the same width. Okay. And then number 2. Number 2 is this one. We also agree in that one. That is visible on both sides. And then let's go to number 3. Okay, I think we've started, we're working on number 3 before we adjourn.
That's correct.
We're done with that one. Okay. And then if we go to number 4. Number 4, it's not clear.
Number 4 is
You see, Colonel? This is our number 4. You agree with me, Colonel?
Number 4.
Number 4, yes.
Yes, it's there.
It's not clear.
It's not.
It's not clear. In other words, I'm saying it's not visibly clear enough as number 1 and 2, as I have agreed with you. That we're in agreement, this one is clearly visible. Then when you go to number 4, there's no striation.
Number 4 will be
I'm guided by the errors. Yes, I'm guided by these errors, yes. By these errors. It's not there, Kenneth.
It is there.
Let's move on to number 5. That's the 5th striation. Eh? The 5th striation on the right hand side, it's lower, it's a bit lower. Yeah. If you look maybe into your chart there, if you look closely to number 5, it's not equally matching.
Number 5 is there. It's also visible on both sides.
But the one on the right hand side, it's slightly higher than the left hand side. Or maybe the thing is
That one is number 4.
no, number 5 is here. That's number 5, according to the marks. Number 4 is the one that I said it's not clear. Number 4 is the one that I said it's not clear.
This one.
Yes, we're on number 5. Yes.
Number 4 is this one.
Yes. That is not clear.
And it's there.
But it's not clear.
Yes, it's not clear. Why? Because of the material of the bullet.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And then let's move to number 6, which is the 6th striation. Eh? I also disagree with you there, Kenneth. It's not clear there. It's not clear. You see on the right hand side, which line are we counting as a striation there? On number 6.
Number 6 there, because your bullet is spherical. Okay. When you're looking at the top part, this part becomes out of focus when you do. So number 6 there is out of focus, but it's there.
It's out of focus. Okay, so we agree that it's out of focus. That is why it's not clear.
It's out of focus, that's why it's not clear on the photo.
No, it's not there. It's not there.
Oh, it's there. If you look at it from here, goes out of focus.
No, that's not.
I'm used to.
That's not a striation.
It's not.
You can use your water pass.
Let me try it again. It's not there. Usually you see.
Yeah.
It's not there. Where does that come from? It's not.
Colonel, do you agree with me that it's not visibly clear enough, like 3 and 2? 3 and 2, we did not go back and forth. In 3 and 2, they are clearly lined up. You can see them.
It's because they are in focus. That one is not in focus.
That's,
For me, these striations, you actually saw them by using the microscope. Microscope, that's correct. That's the point. You're using a microscope which you are twisting and turning
But here we're using the naked eye, we're using the water pass. But in the laboratory, you're using a microscope, a double microscope.
That's correct.
Yeah.
You know the reason why, Colonel, I'm taking you through this exercise. This is an exhibit before this court.
Yeah, but
This is the evidence that is before this court, which depicts the striations that you were able to see when you were examining in the microscope. Otherwise, you wouldn't have printed this if it's good for nothing. It's not good for nothing. It's the evidence before this court, which must be accepted as reliable evidence. And I'm saying it's not reliable.
what's that, sir?
So it's very much reliable.
Okay.
And you agree with me that we couldn't take the microscope as it is and put it before this court so that we can all see what you saw when you're doing the examination. You are all relying on this document that you have provided for this court.
microscope sonke sizoyibona esingeyabona yile exhibit oyilethela enkantolo.
That's correct. We cannot read the microscope.
Ngiyavumelana nawe.
And this exhibit is called a court chart.
Come again?
This exhibit is a court chart because it was attached to the report that we can use it when we are analyzing the report that was attached to it.
It's a
Please, I don't know if that proposition is correct because the defense had an expert. He had the opportunity to look at the exhibits under the microscope. So the proposition that it's only this witness who looked at the exhibit under the microscope is not correct.
No, I'm not talking about the hearsay of who saw what on the microscope. I'm talking about the document that is before court, which has been presented as the evidence. Let's move on for the sake of progress, Kenneth. Thank you, Mr. Sibanda. You can take down. Thank you. You can bring back my water pass.
Look, this has got nothing to do with this case. Just as a matter of logic.
Thank you.
There is an impression that a thing or some aspect is not visible to the naked eye. Have you ever heard of that? It's not visible to the naked eye. Have you ever heard it?
Yes.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with this case.
Colonel, I just...
Family, what do you think about this judge who is busy winking in court when Mshololo is busy cross-examining the witness, which is the state witness from the ballistic? So it was kind of crazy to see the judge doing this in front of cameras. Sometimes he forgets himself who he is and what he's there for. It's like he's there for a visit in that court. He take the court as if it's a ship-in, whereby you can see a girl or whatever, then you start winking. Maybe he's used to tavern and all these kind of things. Because he normally used to say, we've turned this court to a tavern and all these kind of things. Because he knows it's how they behave in tavern. Because he's the one who's causing this court to be a tavern. I don't understand why this judge is doing this. The line of questioning that Mshololo did to the ballistic expert, Mangena, Mshololo was sitting right on his neck. He never wanted him to breathe because Mshololo got enough time while the other advocates were questioning the same witness, which is cross-examining the same witness. So when Mshololo's time came to cross-examine the same witness, oh my God, he took that ballistic witness for a big ride because she was going point by point. Where she started, she wanted to know about his education and everything, his training and all this kind. That is the point of weakening him. Because when she started there, because exposing yourself that you are not what you think the world think you are or the country think you are. So it's whereby you start to weaken that weakness. When you weaken the weakness like that, you ask about the qualifications and everything. If that witness know that there is something wrong with his or her qualifications, or he has been lying to other people that I hold this kind of qualification, then to say it in front of cameras, it becomes a big problem. Then the tension kicks in his body. So Mshololo, by that time, while that happened to him, it's when Mshololo said, let me hammer, because that was the strategy from Mshololo. Immediately hammer, he ended up accepting that the evidence, while he was testing the bullet that was found on the scene without the gun, the results were inconclusive. But to these other lawyers, he never said it was inconclusive. But to Mshololo, with the strategy that she used, he ended up confessing that it was inconclusive. So the question is, how did he link that bullet with that gun? It's when Mshololo missed a point. I still say it again. Mshololo missed the point because instead of hammering on that point, Mshololo laughed. Like, oh, like, really? Instead of sitting on that point and not moving from that point, how did you come to a conclusion that, okay, because this bullet is inconclusive, so how do you go about and go and get that gun? How did you know about that gun? What triggered in your mind to think of that gun? Those were kind of questions that Mshololo should have asked, but Mshololo let that go. So, but although Mshololo let that go, Mshololo was hot on this guy until he forced the judge, because there's a time where the striations, Mshololo agreed with the ballistic expert Mangena that these lines, I can see they're visible, and counting them from 1 up to whatever number they got into. But when the lines were not visible, Mshololo wanted this guy to agree that the lines are not visible. And Mshololo did sit on that until the guy agreed. That triggered the judge to start talking about the microscope. Immediately the judge talked about the ballistic expert Mangena. He could see the lines through microscope. But that was not the judge's space to say that, because he is part of this cooking. So he had to say that so that the guy can somersault and start saying the same thing. That was uncalled for. After doing that, the judge, that, you see, I have helped you, then he started to wink to the witness to show that they are working together. They are fooling the defense as if the judge is neutral to everything. He is not neutral. He's working with the state. He wants to prosecute these guys for no apparent reason. That gun, everybody knows that. Even the witness, the eyewitnesses say the gun that was found, the gun that was in the house that killed Senzo Meyiwa had a wheel. That is a 9mm that they tested now to pin these guys. It's not the same gun that was seen by the eyewitness. Even Brigadier Kininda, in his statement, where he ended up saying that it was a hit, went wrong. So, what else they really want about this kind of thing? Can they just let this guy go and stop cooking this kind of... Because I wonder what is going to happen when Kininda... Family, what do you think about this kind of thing that the judge has just done? Because he's been winking all the time. And now he's failing even in front of the cameras to hold back. He's still doing it. Family, we need to stand up. Let's let the Justice Minister know that this is what is happening in that court. And we have to go straight to the Minister of Justice and address the Minister of Justice and bring all these videos that we have of the judge winking in court, what is happening in that court, that the people who are arrested there will not get justice. That must be clear. They must know. It's either they change the judge or they start the trial afresh with a new judge. Because those are not the people who are supposed to be in that dock. Family, what do you think about this? Let's not forget to like, and we don't forget to make sure that we comment respectfully, like, share and subscribe. Ngiyanithanda nonke bantu bakithi ngothando lukaLove. Ngithi kini bantu bakithi noma izindlu zodaka kusekhaya lapha. Bravo, bravo.